Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. My name is Chris. I'm dialing in from Johannesburg, South Africa. And tonight we are in for a treat. We've got Javi and Olga Solis from New Jersey, USA, on the call this evening to do some very special training on a concept called perspective and mindset. And there's many people I've met in my life where you talk about people that talk the talk and talk the talk and talk the talk and talk the talk. There's not many people out there that talk the talk and walk the walk. And let me tell you something, Harvey is one of these people that walk the walk as well. This is a person that I've got to know over the last 9 months, a mentor, a friend, an inspiration, and thank you for being part of our lives. We appreciate you so, so much. Um, Javi has been in the network marketing industry for 15 years. 15 years, guys. That's a long time. That's a decade and a half. And comes with a wealth of experience and knowledge and just shares information with us and our team on a daily basis. And has been part of LifeWave for 14 months and is a senior presidential director, the top rank of the company. Did that in a very, very short time frame. And myself and Lucinda had the honor to meet Harvey last month in Florida, in Tampa, where we had the convention. We had the Quantum Field Convention. And let me tell you something. We are part of a family here. We become part of a family and we get to know each other on such deeper levels. And let me tell you, when we saw each other, I'll never forget that hug. I think we squeezed each other so tight, our eyeballs were ready to pop out. And you can just feel the love, and that's what this is all about, changing people's lives on every single level. So Javi and I, we were actually chatting over the course of the weekend and decided to do this quick training because we were talking about certain aspects, and especially on the word mindset. I remember my late father, he used to say to me, Chris, business is 90% attitude and 10% ability. And when I was chatting to Harvey, Harvey made the comments and said, this business is all about mindset, and the ability is the secondary part, and that follows on its own. And I thought, Harvey, you know what? Let's chat about that on Monday. He said, perfect, let's set it up. And one of the biggest things is perspective, because we can lose perspective so quickly when we just get so caught up in everything and talk about activity versus productivity, and the list goes on. So we can be busy, but not being productive. And Javi has helped me a hell of a lot with that. So without any further ado, the floor is yours, my brother. Take it away.
Well, I thank you for that introduction. We're humbled on it. We don't need it. We appreciate it. And I told you I was going to hug you that hard when I saw you. I wasn't lying. Okay. I said I'm going to hug you that the spit comes out of your mouth. So I say what I do. And it's true. We become a family here. And the good thing is, and then the 2 days you came to our house and we spend with you and Lucinda here as well. And what do? As leaders, we want to give everything away. Yeah. And one of the things that I give is something that I didn't get when I first started this profession. Before I met Steve and Gina and before I met Mike, I was pretty much on my own. And what our job is to break the learning curve of everybody. This business is 80% mindset, 20% mechanics. And the good thing is that we deal with people, but the bad thing is that we deal with people. Okay. The one thing that Olga and I have over you is experience, but the one thing that you have over us is experience. Okay. So, the one thing that Olga and I do, we never tell a story without making a point, and we never make a point without telling a story. Okay. And we want to talk about our journey and how we got here today, and how everything aligns in full circle. And I'm going to say this in the beginning, you are where you're supposed to be. I'm going to say that again. You are right now in this business where you're supposed to be. Okay. So, the one thing that I hear a lot, not a lot, in the chat or when I talk to people is, some limiting beliefs and can I do this or can I do that? And the words that you have power. And I'm asking that people get the sense and get into the habit of manifesting. And Olga's going to share that with you, because she's one thing good about her. She's an amazing manifester. She loves to write things down, and it so happens write things down, things come in person. But I'm going to start with and this call, and there's going to be a lot of value on this call. I want you guys to have patience. I guys want you to listen, and I guess I want you to have an open mind and an open heart to hear this. Change is good. First off, change is good. What's happening out here in the US and Canada about the FDA and whatever has nothing to do with you. Okay? It's people out here, when things are great happening, they're going to want to come and throw a wrench in it and try to stop it. But you want to know something? We still keep moving. It just makes it easier. Okay? You guys out there can still stay on the same page and still rock with the stem cell stuff. We adjust out here. And I don't think adjusting, I think just made it easier for us. All right? So let's keep rocking when it comes to business. Nothing changes. Don't get fearful. Don't worry. And honestly, in these past couple of this week that all this happened, I got maybe one phone call. No one really cared. Everyone was like, "Hey, let's keep moving," And that's I love that. That's what you call leadership. Leadership, but leaders adjust and they pivot, and it was for our better good. Okay, so listen, guys. My journey in network marketing wasn't easy. Okay, it wasn't easy, and neither was Olga's. Now, the reason why I say you are where you're supposed to be is because getting into LifeWave, you all ask for something. And I know I spoke about this before in our previous Zoom. We all ask for something in our life to resolve a problem. Okay, starting with myself, it was a very inconvenient time for me when I first got into network marketing. I had $6.23 in my bank account. I'm sure people can relate here. But if things to change, we need to change. I'm going to say that thing again. If things to change, we need to change. Okay. And when we change. Things don't change on their own, when it's come to physical, spiritual, financial, or physical in your life, it's not going to happen on its own. I asked for something really big. I wanted to be a big leader in this industry, but I knew it required something. I knew it required some preparation. I knew it required some sacrifice, not of me, but of my life. And it was all about exposure. This business started with a one-on-one presentation with a woman. That was the worst hour of my life. It was so boring. And I never thought I would get that hour back in my life. Okay. But Javi was looking. And here's the key when it comes to this business. You're looking for people who are looking. You can't show something good, and you cannot show something good, or you cannot show something bad to the wrong person. I was looking for something, and network marketing came into my life when it was very inconvenient. The next exposure was Mike Hernandez, and Chris and Lucinda and George, Aloma and Joe were there to see the speech that we did in Tampa, and we show pictures. I'm a very visual person, and how I started and where I am now. Okay, and how I started. I was a b-boy. I was very ghetto fabulous. Okay, but I saw something they saw something in me that I didn't see in myself. And what do I do? And what does Olga do? What does Chris do? What does George do? What does Loma do? What does Dr. Ali do? We all duplicate the same thing, and we show somebody a better version of themselves. Okay. And you know something? I'm going to let Olga start, because she got to get the boys off the bus.
No, it's okay.
In 15 minutes. I'm going to let you start, babe, with your story.
Okay.
Because it's good as a leader to be transparent and vulnerable, because it makes us relatable. You feel me? It makes us relatable to everybody who is here, which means that Javi and Olga are not paid actors. And why did Chris and Lucinda come back with such fire? Because they saw the ghost. And the reason why I say I saw the ghost, and you don't have to see this in person to see the ghost, they saw that this is real. They saw that these are regular people like us out here who are all walks of life that had situations or obstacles that they had to overcome to get to where they were based. So I'm gonna let Olga start, and then I'm gonna continue, because you got to get the boys off the bus in 15 minutes.
So Javi got into this industry 15 years ago, and I got into this industry in 2017. So that was what, 6 years ago. And I came out of corporate America. I was a lot of people don't know this about me. I worked for the biggest recycling company in North America, where I was a buyer for catalytic converters, and I would travel all over the US and all over Canada to buy catalytic converters from junkyards. And then we would smelt them and take out the precious metals like the, what was in there? Oh my gosh, rhodium, palladium, there's one more, and platinum. And we would take it and we would smelt it and we would sell it to people, companies like Tiffany and Company. I'm sure some of you have heard of Tiffany and Company. So, but the problem with that corporate job is that I was traveling half the year. So I was out of my house in the year of 2016, 160 or 100, almost 160 days, or about 160 days. So for half of the year, I was away from my children, sleeping in hotels to give them a better quality of life. But was it really a better quality of life? Because I was never with my children. And then my son was diagnosed with autism. And when that happened, my whole life turned upside down. And I thought, for God's honest truth, I felt like I was grieving. I felt like I went through a moment of grieving because I felt like I lost a part of my son. Would he have a life that my other boys have? Or would he have any of the opportunities that my older son will have because of his disability? Well, I decided at that point, the best thing for me to do was to quit my job and to be a full-time stay-at-home mom and go into aggressive traditional therapies that the schools and the programs here in the state of New York at the time have recommended to me. And during that time, during that journey, as I started that journey with my son, I got a phone call from somebody wanting to share an opportunity with me. And I heard the opportunity. I thought, I can absolutely do this. I did the hardest job. There was only 2 women in North America that were buying catalytic converters. If I can get people to sell me their catalytic converters, I can get people to buy this skincare product off of me. Well, I was wrong, and I did not succeed in that business. But I think a lot of it was mindset, because I was truly, not even that I think, I know it was all mindset. I was not, I didn't believe in myself. I was scared. I was in a very bad relationship. A lot of people don't know this. I've shared this with Lucinda's group. I didn't share this for a long time, but I think it's good to share this with people, because a lot of times people hold this and they keep it a secret because they're afraid and embarrassed to talk about it. But I came out of a very abusive relationship. I was in a abusive relationship with somebody for 10 years. And I was terrified to leave because I was told that if I would leave, he would hurt me and my family. So I stayed, terrified, scared, no confidence. And I thought, I got to just get my kids. I got to take care of my babies. I didn't even care about myself. And I remember during those years, the next year to 2 years, I would start to listen to self-motivation videos. I would start reading books on self-development. And one thing that I did get from this opportunity that I started with was good mentors that lifted me and made me realize what I was capable of achieving. And I was able to bring myself to a place where I started to manifest my future. And I manifested that I would have the courage to leave this man, that I would eventually find something that would help me build a business where I could provide for my children. And that if it was in the cards, I would find somebody who's empathetic, hardworking, a good man, and good to my children, because the most important thing for me was my babies. My number one thing was my babies. So I can say to you successfully that writing all of those things down, developing myself from the inside out, was the best thing I did for myself. And I met Javi Solis by accident. It's funny how God works, because I fell on the floor and he came to help me at one of his self-development speeches. I went to go listen to him speak. And as I was walking in, I fell in front of probably 200 people, maybe a little less, but no one came to help. and he came to save me. And he swears that the reason why nobody came to help me was because the angels covered everyone's eyes. And we've developed a relationship from there, and we became good friends. And then from good friends, we became to now husband and wife. And he loves my children. He loves me. And prior to us, when we met, we were both in the same network marketing company. And I believe that we were there just to meet each other. And it's the truth, right?
Yeah,
We can agree.
right.
We were there to meet each other. And we came from this place together, broken, afraid, and both going through something really hard. He too has a story. I mean, I don't know if people know your story, baby,
I'm
but
gonna tell them.
yeah, his story too is, and I think that everything just aligns beautifully. It's exactly how I manifested for it to happen, and exactly how I wrote it down is exactly how it happened. And it still continues to play out the same way for me. Everything that I want, need, and I really, when I write things down, I don't just write things down. I write things down and I believe what I wrote down. I see it as something that is already, it's already in my life. It's already here. I've already obtained it. I've already have it. It's in my possession. And it doesn't always happen in the timeline. Sometimes it actually happens sooner.
Right.
So I believe that Javi and I met each other at a time where we were both broken. I tell people he found me in pieces and he brought me to peace. He found me in pieces and he brought me to peace. And it's the truth. And today, I've never been a person, people sometimes sound shocked when I say that I didn't like how I looked when I looked in the mirror. And I know that that's sometimes just cosmetics. This is like all a facade. I mean, I always think that the inner beauty is the more beautiful than the outer beauty, because you could find somebody who most people will find not attractive, but you just fall in love with their spirit, who they are, and what they bring to what they bring to your life, that you will immediately look at them like this radiant, shining light. They're the most beautiful people. So I never had this confidence about me. And sometimes, don't get me wrong, I do fall short. I fall short, and I don't always believe in myself, but I put myself into, back into, I put myself into check, is how I say it here in the States. We check ourselves and we realize, hey, I am capable of that. Speaking on stage, my friends, was nothing I ever wanted or desired. I thought it was great. I thought, oh, how I would love to do that. But never in my wildest dreams did I think that I would be able to speak on stage. And the first time I spoke on stage was with 40 people, went from 40 people to 3,000 people. I'm not saying that to show off. I'm saying that if I can do it, everyone here can do it, because I was a shattered woman. So I guess, there's so much to the story. I'm giving you pieces. The truth of the matter is, everyone here is capable of doing this. I'm not someone special. I don't have a large network of friends. I know people. I've grown to know people. I believe that the biggest thing that I've done for myself is get myself out there and meet people. I love meeting people. I love discussing with people. I love learning from people. I love sitting at a table of people that are doing better than me in life, because I find that I learn so much from them. So I believe with all of my heart that everyone here is capable of achieving exactly what I have achieved, or more, actually, even more. That's what I believe. I don't know all of you personally. I've seen you on some of the calls, and I'm watching every single one of you. And I know that sometimes, and I'm looking into your eyes right now, I know that sometimes maybe it seems like some of these things may not be attainable, because I was there in your shoes. I joined LifeWave 13, 14, 15 months ago. I didn't think I would be able to achieve anything. I had given up on this business and I was 1 foot out the door. But I saw what we had. And the bigger part was, I saw the leadership we had. And the leadership that we have here with LifeWave in Quantum Fields and 333 is unbelievable. It's unlike any other leadership I've ever been able to be around or exposed to. So you are all in great hands, and you are all capable of achieving anything you want and desire and manifest. So is there anything else that I have to?
Oh, no.
I get lost sometimes. Okay, I ramble. Am I rambling?
No.
No? So anyway, I hope that this story can resonate with somebody here, knowing that anyone here is capable of achieving exactly what we have achieved or what Chris is achieving or anyone else here on this call. We have great leaders here. We have people that want more. And as long as you want it, you believe it, it's attainable.
To piggyback on that, you know, I started in profession 15 years ago. I started with no experience, no knowledge. I was ignorant on fire.
Yeah.
And I said, I need to do something. Follow Steve and Gene. I did great things in network marketing. Then I have a story. I went through a horrible divorce. I wasn't looking. And why we're saying this, because you are where you're supposed to be. Now, remember, I asked for something big. I asked to be an influencer. I asked to be a top leader in a company. I asked to speak in front of thousands of people. People say I'm going to speak in different countries. How was I supposed to know that was going to happen? But this is what I wanted, but I knew I had to prepare to get that. And it was a big dream, and it took me 15 years to achieve it. Now, please don't take my years of preparation for you. Everyone has their time of preparation, but I asked for an elephant Wonka dream, okay? And did I do great things in network marketing all these years? Absolutely. But to get what I wanted, and full circle came now in LifeWave. During my dark times and during your dark times is where you're going to grow. It's the storms that you go through is where you get wiser and you learn. There's always a message in that mess. Yeah. Remember that. Now, during my dark time, through that horrible divorce I was going through, I also had surgery. Okay? I had surgery in my spine and my neck 2 times. The second time when I woke up by myself in the recovery room. There was nobody there. I knew my life was going for a turn. I asked the nurse for a piece of white paper. And the white paper said, and I wrote it down, how I want my business to be in the next 5-6 years, how much income I wanted, the next person I wanted to date, and the next person I wanted to date was white with blonde hair and green eyes. Okay? And true story, white, blonde hair, and green eyes. Okay. And I wanted a family. Now, who would have thought when she fell, perfect tense, spread eagle, I went over to pick her up. A girl with blonde hair, white, and green eyes looked up at me. And I said, wow, God, you have a good sense of humor. Okay. Knowing that I'm married to this chick right now. All right. Now, you are where you're supposed to be. Why did I say this? Why do I want to become relatable? Because I wanted someone to dream with me. I wanted someone to build with me. I am not wired that way. I want to share what I create with somebody. And I made my whole transportation. But the only thing is, I wasn't that detailed. Because the white, green eye, and blonde hair came with a little bit of attitude. Okay. So I wasn't that detailed, but it's okay. It keeps me grounded.
A little bit of attitude and a lot of information. He couldn't handle it. And his Aloma knows what I'm talking about. I threw it all on him. He was like, wait, slow down, girlfriend.
So I wasn't that detailed. So when you write down, get detailed. Okay. But I say that jokingly because the attitude, I need to get grounded, because sometimes I go with a chicken without a head. You are where you're supposed to be. Please. You're right now, if you look in the mirror and you say, I want you to forget about senior presidential director. I want you to forget about that, because that wasn't our focus.
No, that
wasn't our focus. When LifeWave came and stared us in the face, I looked at Olga and I said, Olga, this is it. This is what we asked for. Our last company was because I had to meet her. Point blank. We came in here. I saw the leadership. I saw the opportunity, I saw the product, and I said, we need to run, because what we asked for is staring at us, and our vibration needs to meet up with it. Yeah. Okay, our vibration needs to meet up with what's coming to us. If LifeWave came into your life within the last 4, 5, 6 months, your vibration has to meet up with it. I promise you. If it does not, you will be stuck. And I'm saying that in a loving way, because you asked for a solution to one of your problems. Okay. And I say this because it's true. There's something in your life that you need to get resolved. That life way of doing it, whether it's physically, emotionally, spiritually, or financially, is going to happen. We had this thing and we started, said, Olga, we're going to start a team that people, one, love each other, have integrity, they're going to learn, they're going to have a voice, they're going to present, and they're going to teach. And that's something that this team and in other countries has been implementing. And that's why the growth is happening, because you're duplicating. And we made this process so simple through experience, because we utterly want to see people win. Now, the good thing about seeing somebody in person, when Chris, Lucinda, and George see us in person, we're the average Joe like everybody else. We could say we lived in South Africa too. Okay? And we're going through the same thing for the financial downfall that everybody else is going through. We just said we have to change it. And let me tell you something. We built this business organically, one person at a time. We didn't come with people.
No.
We didn't pay people. We went one person at a time, and we just looked for people who were looking, and we spoke to the people who were listening. Okay, we speak to people who listen. Now, if you're meeting, if you're at a halt and you're hitting a wall, it's a time that you have a conversation with your upline or with your sponsor. Okay, now what do? We took on 2 groups in this team because we want to see people win. We create leaders. We create leaders. And I'm not saying this in a braggadocious way. I'm saying this because to press upon you that if it can happen for them, it can happen for you.
Yes.
Okay? Regular people, and I'm going to ask them to speak during this call. What's your perspective? What are you expecting? What is it that you want out of this business? Talk about it, throw it out there, and prepare for it. It's that simple. Okay? Talk about it, prepare, throw it out there, prepare for it. You throw it out, write it down, make a dream board, whatever floats your boat, whatever rocks your socks, do it. It will, I promise you, it will come in full circle. It will. There's no reason whatsoever why anyone here will not hit the executive ranks here if we just follow the leader.
Yeah.
And that's not us, because we still follow the leader.
Yes.
We never want to be the smartest person in the room, because if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room.
Yeah.
Go to another room. Okay? I always want to learn. I always want to be better than yesterday, not as a person, but as a father and as a husband and as a friend to everybody here. I was straight, raw, and dirty with Chris and Lucinda. Gut punching. Why? Because they asked. If you ask, I'm going to take a deep breath and I'm going to start singing like Luther Vandross and tell you the truth. Okay? I am not one to come and volunteer something because I don't want to pass my boundary. But as a leader, as creating other leaders, this is why when people came back and said, I don't even know you, because they saw the ghost. They saw that this is real. Take the Zoom out of this, okay? And just always imagine yourself speaking to someone face to face, eye to eye. Because Olga and I were just like everybody here. Let me tell you something. I still eat chips off the floor, okay? I am not a robot. I still eat the chips. I pick it up and I'll eat it. I'm human. 5-second rule, okay? But you know what? I have dreams and I have goals and I have grit, because here's my deal. And this is what I go back to. When I look back and I look back at what happened to me, and when she looks back at what happened to her, we never want to go back there. And it just drives us, because you want to know something? I have a gift and Olga has a gift, and each one of you have a gift, and your gift will make room for you if you just exercise in it. And what's my gift? I have the gift of giving people hope and showing them that they can be a better version of themselves. Okay, that's my gift. And that's the gift that was given to me during my creation. And the one thing that I'm going to be afraid of the day that I go and I meet this creator is for him to tell me, I gave you a gift and you never used it. You could have helped this family. You could have helped that family. You could have wrote this book. You could have opened this organization. You could have this. You could have done that. And I would hate for that to happen to me. I am full. And the day that I die, I want to die empty, knowing that I lived in my purpose. Okay. I'm not into the rah-rah. I talk to you with passion, and I talk to you with experience, and I talk to you with emotion, and so does she, because of experience. Everyone here has a story, and everyone here has experience that's going to impact somebody out there to not only take their life to another level, but to take your life to another level. When someone tells me I can't do this because of whatever excuse, I am in my head, I'm saying, are you kidding me? Yeah. This may sound bad, but I don't feel sorry. Please don't take that as an arrogant, egotistical thing. I don't feel sorry, because if I can change, so can everybody else. This business is simple, but it's not easy, because you deal with people. That's the good and the bad thing, that we deal with people, and it's okay. I get no's too. I get rejected too. Hey, guess what? I get cursed out too. But you know what? I keep moving forward, because I know what I've got, and I know what this business is doing for the masses all over the world. Now, when someone told me, Javi, you're going to speak in different countries, I didn't know I was going to and when. But you want to know something? I manifested that. Are you guys really speaking what you want into existence? Are you? Life Wave, everyone here, there's 62 people in this call. This is a sea of executives right here, okay? And where is, and we have a lot of information. Where is Sandy and where is Merle? Now, when you get a team, you love on your team, okay? Hold on. While they're talking, Chris, I'm going to send you a video. Will you be able to play this on this? It's a YouTube video, okay?
Yep.
Because I want to end this Zoom with this video, and it's very impactful. I've been saying more about this video for weeks already, and I just have not played it, but I want everyone to see this. So stand fast here with us, okay? I have worked with Sandy's group, and I have worked with Merle group, because I utterly want to see people win. There has been growth. They have been breaking managers like Skittles. Their income has gone up, and not because we want the credit, because we're just the guide. They did the work. Okay. And I'm going to start with Sandy Feast. That's how I say her name. But you know, Sandy, and she's 71. 71.
And she looks fantastic.
And she looks fabulous. Why? This business has changed her emotionally, spiritually, financially, and physically.
Yeah.
Okay. And going down in depth in the organization is what's key in this business. Okay. Stay with us. Sandy, I have worked with your team probably about 2 months. You guys duplicated everything that we showed. Now, and Sandy's not saying this in a braggadocious way. I say this because the system works. They duplicate the simplicity that Olga and I showed them, and they just came out, and magic happened. And when they told me, these two ladies, what happened to them, I got such joy in my heart knowing that my gift was given away to them, and they just implemented it. And every time they ask a question, Javi and Olga, this is, how can I help you? What can we do to help? What can we do this? What can we do that? And that's the one question that many people are not doing here, saying, how can I help you? I am no different than you. Sandy, share with the team here the time that I spent with your group, what you duplicated, what is the difference, and the income that you earned by duplicating the system.
Okay. Firstly, thank you to both of you. And I think the first thing is I was happy to be teachable. I was happy to learn from that. And you taught us to become manager-making machines. And that is what I'm teaching everyone else as well. I'm expecting 2 new managers this week. And in fact, congratulations to the new managers on the group. Sorry, I've been treating all day, so I saw that late. So to move down in depth. And it's also exposure. But some of the teams are moving pretty fast to the extent at this stage, I can't even get to everyone in depth. But the people who are really working towards this are people who reach out and ask for help as well. Many of them are on the call this evening. And, you know, I hadn't presented for years. I didn't think I would get out there and present again. I'm presenting at Jan every Tuesday. I'm loving it. And more presenters are coming to the fore, working with the Pretoria team coming to the fore. So I don't want to take loads of time, but to say that it's changing, not just me personally and the team, but financially. It's the best thing that happened to us. And again, it's not boasting, it's really learning and team effort. Last month, September and August, I made 80,000 Rand. And last week was my highest income week of 25,000 Rand. And that's thank you to you, Chris, George, the team, and everyone. And if I can do it at 71, my word, every single person can do it. They really can. And I do visualize and I do feel the emotions of what I'd like, not just me, but our team to achieve. And I do spend time on my mindset and the energy side for the whole team, not just for me. So thank you, everyone. And thanks, Chris, for talking to me about this.
That's amazing. And again, it's not said in a braggadocious way, because people are probably when they're home, does this really work? And I'm purposely doing this to say that it does. If you just stay diligent, teachable, it will happen. Okay, I know, and speaking with them and people in the team, they have manifested. They say, I want this, and I want to achieve this, and they have done it. I'm working now presently with Merle's team. Merle's team is like hot tamales. They are just, I don't know what to say. Okay, but I'm gonna have Merle come up, and Merle's gonna share you the same thing that Sandy was sharing with you. And the growth that's happening because they're just following the simplicity in the process of this business. Merle, on you.
Okay, thanks so much, Javi. And we just have to, from the bottom of our hearts, the whole team, thank you for swooping down and finding us. And the main thing that I can say to everybody that Javi has taught us is go into the depth. I mean, I think I'm 17 levels down from you. I think you said yesterday that was how far I'm down.
17 generations down from me.
Okay, well, however many generations down. And that's what's important, because people seem to focus on that first generation. Let's make the managers the people we introduced. And that's not what you need to do. Yes, you do need them to get to manager, but you need to go down in your team. I mean, I've done 2 meetings today with groups, well, individuals and groups from our team, working with them. And all of them are way down. They're not even 3rd or 4th level. They're 5th or 6th level from me. And that's where we need to build. We need to go down and help everybody in our team. It's about loving everybody where they're at, because some people are not ready to build. Some are wanting to explode, which is fantastic. I mean, we had 2 managers in our team yesterday. So exciting, 2 more. And we're waiting for more to come. So I get excited now for every single person who finds me, because it's getting to a stage, just like Sandy, where the team is getting so big. I think when Javi started working with me, I had 60 people on my left leg and we're over 130. And I think it's not even a month that you've been working with us. And it's just exploding, really is, which is very exciting. And of course, it's making a difference to income. I mean, I think like Sandy, I still have a full-time practice. But, and again, just because Javi's asked us to share, if we do an average over the last 4 weeks, my earnings over 70,000 Rand for the last 4 weeks, which in South African terms is huge, you know, as a side job. And for the first time, I was telling Javi yesterday, for the first time this month, I haven't taken on a new nutrition group. I normally do run 2 at the same time. And now I'm only going to run 1 every 8 weeks, because I actually need to put more focus into my team. So I want everybody to succeed. And I get excited, and Javi knows, I mean, he gets excited about how we do. I get excited now about how my team is doing. Every time somebody brings in somebody new or reaches out or does something that we've taught them to do. So thanks so much, Javi.
It's inspiring. And you want to know something? And I do this to show everyone here who feels like, does this work? It works. It works. If you're teachable and you're diligent and you stay committed to the commitment, it's going to work with you. Now, here's the difference. And the one thing that I taught Merle, and the one thing I taught Sandy, and the one thing I taught Chris, and the one thing I'm going to teach everybody here, you put your business in 3 categories. 3 categories, okay? Emergency, important, and not so important. Okay? What's an emergency, what's important, and what's not so important. And that comes with your income-producing activities. Okay? What's an income-producing activity? Going down in debt, helping your people go manager. Okay? Just for creating managers, not creating senior directors, not creating executive directors, creating managers is how everything just changes. Okay? I want people to just stop looking at senior presidential director and just look at manager. Okay? If you help everybody in your team go manager, now let's say I'm going to pick on somebody here, Rolene. If Rolene becomes a manager right now, okay, I don't know who her sponsor is. I'm not going to wait for her sponsor to help her team go manager. Javi is going to swan dive down there, and I'm going to say, hey, Rolene, check this out. I'm going to work with your team, and we're going to identify leaders of these 4 people who want to do this. Stay with me. Rolene's a manager. She has 4 people in her team, 2 left, 2 right. And the simple question is, and the simple question, the same question I asked Merle's group, the same question I asked Sandy's group, who here wants to go manager? What do people do? Some people will park and they'll enroll. They'll give you $500 to get in, and they will sit here and they'll wait for instruction because they don't know what to do. Instead of saying, bro, I want to go manager. Teach me what to do. And now I'm going to go down there and I'm going to help identify which one of those 4 want to do the business. And Merle repeated that, Sandy repeated that, George repeated that, Chris repeated that over and over and over until they find a leader who wants to say, I am in like a wedgie, and I'm so in, I'm going to do this. And that's what the focus on. There's a difference of being busy, and there's a difference of being productive. Okay? I am busy. 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 Watching what other people are doing. That's not an income producing activity. On Facebook, ooh, like. Comment. That's not an income producing activity. What's an income producing activity? I'm going to go into my team and I'm going to help this one go manager. I'm going to help this one go manager. I'm going to help that one go manager. I'm going to help this one go manager. Momentum gets created that way. Okay. Cycles get created that way. There's record cycles happening in a week here. Why? Because they're intentional. You have to be intentional when it comes to your physical, emotional, spiritual, and financial health. You have to be intentional. Folks, I am intentional in everything I do. Listen, I ride Merle and her team like Seabiscuit. Why? Because I want to see them win. I rode Sandy's team like a jockey because I want to see them win. Listen, Chris and Lucinda left my house speechless because I just totally teared everything down. I said, you are not busy. You are not productive. I changed everything because he asked me. It's my job to tell him what he should be doing. Suggest. I never tell anybody what to do. I suggest. And when I suggest something, I'm pretty much 98% right because I made that mistake when I first started. My goal is to help everyone's learning curve from everyone's target for a year target to make it in 6 months or 4 months or 5 months. That's I want to shorten out and make your success. People talk about this thing a year. Stop it. Do small wins. 30, 60, 90 days. 30, get the small wins to get the big win. People want the big win. I want to be a senior presidential director. Stop it. Go manager first. And from there, we can work on the plan for you to go. Okay. Sandy Feast and Merle Westcott are kissing on senior director. Okay. And I want the same thing for everybody here. Everybody. And this is not the shame on you session. I love you enough to tell you the truth. Why? Because this was done to me. It was given to me because I was coachable. I wanted to learn. I wanted to get away from how my life was because I made a simple decision. You got to make a simple decision. And don't stop. Because if you stop, that one moment that you stop going for what you want can lead your team and yourself back a month, 2 months, 3 months from what you manifested for. It's a fact. It's a fact. And let me tell you something. We just went crazy making managers. I didn't even know I was hitting the ranks until I was called to tell I was hitting the ranks. Please, I have spoken to probably the majority of the people here, not all, because there's a lot of new people here, and I hear your voice and I hear what you want, and let's go, let's do it. I'm ready to work. I'm ready to work. I am obsessed on seeing people win. I'm up at midnight, 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning, and there's chatting already in the 333 group. I haven't even gone to sleep yet, okay? Because I want to see people win. I do. That's my gift, and that's what my mission is, to see people win. Okay, when I saw Joe Romanowski start, when Lifeway went from his head to his heart, I was like, forget it. They ain't no, that couple is gonna do things. Why? Because now they're on the same page. They saw the same vision because they saw the ghost. They saw this was real. Steve and Gina aren't paid actors. They were broke too. And why they're so excited? Please, let me say something to you guys. Don't take offense to this. Okay. I hear this from time to time. You Americans, you Americans, you Americans. Stop it. Can we just be a team? Can you just take advice from us as we could take advice from you? You can learn something from us the same way we can learn something from you. Javi's not about rah-rah. I'm about passion. I speak from pain. I speak from experience. It's my job to help people get away from their pain and and to get more experience so they can pass it on to people. Let's stop this American. The UK team right now is rocking and rolling. Why? I said the same thing. Let's stop. Let's just all get along. This world is already broken. Let's make it a better place. One patch at a time, one person at a time. Let's make it a difference. Let's be different than everybody else. Let's do it. Can we do that? Can we just show someone how to succeed by just going manager first? And when they go manager, we can identify another leader from that group who wants to go manager. And it just gets duplicated over and over and over again. I'm Javi. I sleep. I bleed red. My heart beats like you. I wear a hat. I'm bald. There's nothing different between you and I. I just have a heart that wants to love. Olga just has a heart that wants to love on people. That's what makes us different than everybody else. It takes courage to build this, folks. Courage. Is everyone going to say yes? No. And that's okay. Not everybody's going to say yes. There's billions of people in this world. Trust me, someone's going to say yes because they're looking. And you want to know something? They're already assigned to you, Desiree. They're already signed to you, Lisa Collins. They're already signed to you, David Hawes. They're already assigned to you, Helen. They're already assigned to you. Not to me, not to Chris, not to Elodie, not to the Romanowskis. Those people are already assigned to you out there, okay? We just have to discover them, okay? And I say this it's like the blue M&Ms. We're looking for blue M&Ms. How many blue M&Ms do we see in a pack of M&Ms? Maybe 1 or 2. There's always red, green, brown, yellow. Some people want to suck a yellow and a red one to make a blue. That doesn't work. Okay, it doesn't work. We're looking for the blue M&Ms. And you want to know something? If you are not finding anyone, then you're flying too low. You're flying with pigeons. We want to fly with eagles. Okay, we want to fly with eagles. We're looking for people who are looking, and we're looking for people who want to listen. Okay. Just because we're out here in America doesn't mean we're not getting the same verbiage that you're getting. It's a scam. It's a this, it's a that. We're getting it too. But I have my eye on the prize. I know what I want. I don't want to go back there. I look back and say, oh, hell no, I ain't going back there. Okay. I'm not going back there. Yes, Dr. Ali, it's your time. It's been your time. I'm here, ready to work. Sneakers on. Let's go. Okay. I got 2 ladies out there who are fired up. I'm working with them. Why can't I work with you? All people, all walks of life are looking for you to say, are you open?
Yeah.
And they're going to say yes. And that's all we did. We patched, are you open? We patched, are you open? You're open, let's go manager. You're open, let's go manager. You're a manager, let's get you to director. That's how 2 people go manager. Okay? I can work with anybody who wants to get worked with. It's my job as an upline, as a business partner to help you with this. If I'm not, then I'm a liar. I am not a leader. I'm a manipulator. Okay? And I said this and we said this. We want to be different than everybody else. When I went to the Tampa convention, there's 2,000 people there. No one has what we have because we are different.
It's true.
We are different. And you have to be different and the better version of yourself for the people who are already out there for you, that's already assigned to you. That's why you said yes. That's why you're telling the world. And that's why you're figuring it out later.
Yep.
Okay. Failure is part of the process. You are where you're supposed to be. You never play the blame game. I am not where I am because of my downline. Bullshit. You're not where you are because look at the person in the mirror. It's who you got to look at you. And if it doesn't work, let's re-strategize your target and let's pivot.
Yep. I
did that with Merle and I did that with Sandy. Okay, it didn't work. Okay, let's pivot this way. Latch onto this person because this person doesn't want it as bad. Latch onto this person. It was the words that I gave Merle yesterday. Didn't I, Merle? Okay. That's okay. Latch onto these people. These are the leaders. You work on that. You got to pivot as leaders. And it's not about this thing like, how bad do you want it? Is your why that makes you cry? Shut up. Okay. You're doing this because of you and what you're going to create. Trust me when I tell you success is yours. It's already given to you. It's already given to you. You just have to claim it. I'm doing it. Prepare for it. It's going to happen. It is there. One of the things that excite me the most is, I don't know where they are, is the Romanowskis. They do this as a family. That fires us the hell up. I can't wait to see them in October next month or come next week or whatever. Okay, why? This is about building relationships. Okay, and when we go out there, we're going to go on planes and trains and automobiles because we want to help people win. We like to hug. We like to teach. We like to see people face to face.
And I love when the families get involved. Because sometimes I see that just like the wife is doing, and that's fine. I get that sometimes that's the only way you can do it is maybe wife is doing it and husband, or the husband's not standing behind. But I love when the families get involved because I think that's where you see so much more. Right?
Right. Right. Listen to me. If you just decide and you change your mindset just in a 2 millimeter shift, just this much, not this, just a little shift, okay? Things will change for you. I promise you. Okay. This company is going to catapult. Okay. If you knew what I know or what we know, where it's going to go, you guys will be in awe.
We're going to find out a lot.
Yeah.
This coming.
Yeah. And since I can't keep a secret, I'm going to tell.
Uh-oh. Don't tell.
Okay. I can't tell. I'm a promoter. I got to tell the team. Okay. Just guys, I'm telling you, I believe in each and every one of you. Please hear from our hearts. We come here vulnerable and transparent to tell you that we're no different than you. All you got to do is invest in yourself. Can you play that video clip real quick, Chris?
Yep, coming up now. Give me 1 second. There it goes. But here we go. Move this out the way quickly. Wow, wow, wow. Where's Javi? Javi's disappeared. Where's Javi? Where did Javi go?
Of course, if you could,
No,
okay,
Javi.
perfect. I got worried
There
all
we
of a sudden. Okay, so there are people not only in your team, but in your life that are going through those things as we speak.
Yeah.
And why do Olga and I go down? Because we want to nurture people. We want to grow people. Why? Because that's what's important when it comes to the team. And I play that video on purpose because it's people all walks of life that are going through that.
Yeah.
And that they deserve this something called Life Wave. Because each one of those people have a problem and we have a solution to that problem. Are you doing those things on your team? Are you nurturing them? Are you listening? I was on a call yesterday and someone told me, are you there, Javi? I'm just listening to every word you're saying.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people that come into this profession, they come say, follow me, follow where I'm going, as opposed to going down in the crowd and listening to people and going through people, listening to them. What's going on? What do I need? I need this. I'm suffering from this. I have a solution to that problem, as opposed to being the big kingpin. No, this is an even playing field here. Your team is your biggest asset. Your biggest asset. Go down, nurture your team. Why do we think we do this? Because we want to make this a book club? No, we utterly love people. And we utterly love people to win. It's a joy to us to see people win. It's a joy to us to say our financial life has changed. Not because of me, because of you. Because you did the work. Because you did the work. We didn't do the work. We're just the guide. We're just the messenger. We're just living in our gifting. That's all we're doing, folks. Like Dr. Ali said, it's your time. It's your time. And I congratulate each and every one of you for coming on here and spending this hour and 5 minutes investing in yourself. Now, what you learn, you teach it to your team. And if you don't have a team yet and you have just got in, make a target and we'll put a strategy together to get you to manager. And from there, we can work on something to get you beyond that. That's all we do, folks. And we duplicate that over and over and over again. There's no potion. There's no lotion. There's no sprinkle juice. There's nothing. It's called execution. And we don't make excuses. We make reason. Okay. Both are hard. Choose your hard. Excuses are hard. It keeps you in place. Execution is hard. It keeps you going forward. People worry about the top of the staircase. Stop. Just go step by step by step by step. We did the same thing. We didn't worry about up there. We worried about going to this step, then going to this step. We didn't skip steps because that step that we have to take, there's something on that step that we had to learn. And we go to the next one, and we go to the next one, and we go to the next one. I can see, and she can see a bunch of executives here. I promise you guys, with all my heart and soul and every fiber of my body, like my wife says.
If I can see it anywhere for the most part, like honestly, this is a team that's rocking and rolling. This is a team that's rocking and rolling. Look how many people we have on today, Chris.
Right.
Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Javi, Olga, love you guys to bits. You guys are my Google Maps, my GPS, my Waze. When I typed in to leave from Florida and I typed your address in, I didn't think too much about getting to New Jersey from Florida. I trusted on what Google Maps was telling me. I didn't veer left, I didn't veer right. I listened to what Google Maps was telling me. And you are our Google Maps. And we just got to see the screen right in front of us. Don't worry. I love what you said. It's not about the full journey, it's about what's in front of you right now. Just thought about that now. You're my Google Map.
We love you too. We love everybody here.
We do. And I can't wait to meet everyone one day.
Yeah.
There's nothing like belly to belly, being on the Zoom and looking at everybody is great. I love this. It's great. I'll take it. But I really love belly to belly because you really get to know people. I mean, I just in Tampa alone, we got to see and hear so many stories. And I'm a person who likes to really get the meat.
Yeah.
You know,
Chris is so freaking tall too. You know,
Yeah.
I'm so tall. My
And we're
goodness.
so short, just so you guys know.
We'll meet you halfway.
And when I saw him, I didn't want to stand next to him. I was like, geez,
Yeah.
you know, but I did it anyway. Okay, I did it anyway. Anyway, you guys got that lion inside you, that lion voice inside you, come out and just roar, man, just roar. If you're not manager, ask your sponsor, why am I not manager yet? Trust me, they'll tell you. Okay. And if you and you just keep going up and you keep going up and you keep going up, folks, sky's the limit here. There are 61 people on, not one person got off, because nothing but value that we give here. Nothing. Because we want you people to win. She wants to see people win. I pass the baton back to you, Chris. You ain't gonna say, babe, before we go?
You got this. This is all you, my friends. This is all yours and in your possession. And you've got an amazing leader, Chris. And I can't, I mean, honestly, I like to listen to Chris because Chris teaches me so much. So
Yep.
I feel the same way about you, Chris, and Lucinda, of course, because she's an angel from heaven.
Yep. Absolutely. The time is
thank
your
you.
time. It's your time. Claim it. Throw it out there. Prepare for it. Meet the vibration. Watch what happens.
Yeah.
Until then,
Big hearts.
big hearts.
Big
We love
hearts.
you.
Fist
Love you all,
pumps.
guys. Love you all.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Love you guys to bits.
Thank
Enjoy the
you
rest of
so
the
much.
evening, guys. See you on the Zoom call tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, we've got Pierrette and myself presenting a little bit of a change on Wednesday. It's going to be Helen and Mark, but they're presenting at 7 o'clock South African time, because we've obviously got the webinar with David Schmidt at 8 o'clock South African time. So we made sure we still fitted the presentation in for prospects. So that's at 7 o'clock. We'll make sure it's 45 minutes so you have time to hop on to the next one. And then obviously we're going to be doing some training on Thursday. So guys, from my side, good night. God bless. Thanks for taking the time out. We love you all, and see you all in the groups, and see you on the call tomorrow. Night, everybody.